coming up on this PCast.
Look, I've got family members that have never looked at crypto, laughed at me in 2017 when I opened it, and we put like 20 or 30 quid that we'd spend on that meal down the pub into Bitcoin. And now all of a sudden, like, things are happening and she's going,
that restaurant we was going to go to, I now own it.
I started out just buying to support the Wax ecosystem. And I'm like, I'm not a collector. I don't collect things. And now I look at my accounts, like how many accounts do I have? Over 10,000 NFTs on Wax. And I go and say I don't collect things.
You didn't buy it for the love of the art. You bought it to make money, and now it's dropped. You don't like it as much.
I've been getting my girlfriend to manually put them on the marketplace and stuff.
I have a bulk tool.
We knew it would be somewhere.
Jordan's girlfriend's got like two little fingers that are just nubs. We're all about narrative, building that community and like even just coming over. Like we've got our community from the podcast, but the Wax community have been really good. Like
I said, we're building content and around the stuff the cards that we're creating as well.
That's the stuff that will win.
Absolutely. And it's like, we want to go and try and find the Yeti, and we love that stuff.
My cat comes in, jumps up into the alcove, pushes my PSA cards over, and I'm like, the other beauty about NFT, guys, is the condition can never be destroyed by your cat coming in.
Just me with my iPad and some 7.
You look like a Teletubby.
And I can say the circles of conversations that I'm having, where I'm under probably even more NDAs than what Anders has toes and fingers. Like, there's love for single subjects.
I have a lot of them.
If people come into the space and try and jump on it by being illogical and immoral, they'll get slammed.
APMA, how's it going? Welcome back to the Allegedly Possibly Maybe podcast. We've got two guests today. We've got Anders and we have Kieran. You've heard us talk a lot about the NFT world, about Wax, about Atomic Hub, all that good stuff. Of course, our crypto creatures. So we thought we'd get some guys in who know what they're talking about and would have a good chat about the whole NFT world, you know, collecting and all that good stuff. So, Anders, Kieran, would you like to take the floor and introduce yourselves? What are you all about?
Go on, Anders, you go first.
Okay, my name is Anders. I started to create like tutorials on how to play with Wax about a year ago, and now all I do on my YouTube and everything is I live stream NFTs pretty much. Not really that, but I do content on NFTs and on crypto. I also work on infrastructure in the blockchain space. So I run infrastructure for Wax, for EOS, for Near, for a lot of blockchains. I work. My missus would probably say that I work all the time. That's not far from the truth.
Oh, so you're the blockchain guy.
I'm a blockchain guy.
A blockchain guy. Fantastic. What about yourself?
More like a transformer, let's be honest, Anders. Come on, you morph into Optimus Prime at times just to help everyone, didn't you? Let's be honest.
Oh,
yeah,
we need.
Yeah, for sure. I love helping people, and that's what I spend most of my time doing.
Oh,
cool, man.
Helping the community.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And I met Kieran when I came to the Wax community, which is, I don't know how long it is ago, 2.5 years or something. It was around the mainnet launch that I started to be in the communities.
Yeah, it must be, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably an enigma or like a ghost in the show in Wax, so apologies there. But I helped I helped write loads of the marketing. I was the main community manager that grew the brand. I was there during the token generation event. I gave input on the white paper. I've been there since the beginning. I've been quite blessed to come on board through my gaming background and basically help growth hack the whole startup itself. So,
do you work directly for Wax's full time?
I did. I don't anymore. I basically joined, would have been August 2017, when it was OP Skins, which were the largest skin trading enterprise in the world. Basically, the founders of that realized that there was an issue way back when through like Counter-Strike Source, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Team Fortress 2, Dota, all those sort of games that are in Steam and virtual item trading. You know, you buy an AK-47 gun, someone else wants it.
Yeah.
If I sell it to you via PayPal, you could charge back. I've sent you the item. I'm out of pocket.
Yeah.
What Upskins did was they become a middleman, and they enable people to pay cash and get cash out, or pay via Steam credits and OP Skins credits. And it basically facilitated this massive economy online where people all of a sudden found value in dressing up their characters, and you could get money back out. So rather than it being in and stuck, so I got involved all the way through that myself. Massively hit the boom during the ICO phase. Everyone saw 2017 dollar signs dripping down your eyes.
I remember that. I invested in a lot of ICOs. There's not a lot left that I
I prefer the term. I lost a lot of money.
Yeah, definitely did. Yeah. Luckily, I held on my Bitcoin and my Litecoin, but my ICOs are.
That's the only thing getting down through the PTSD of that era.
Yeah.
Literally, I held things right way down to the bottom. I missed the top on loads way back in 17.
But I was huddle on a lot of dog projects.
So I was there during the whole token generation event. I was there during crypto winter. I've been there through the whole bear market. I then moved away from them in 2018. I stuck around because I'd helped grow the space. You have an affection for your child, didn't you?
Yeah.
Whether it's misbehaves or whatever, you still kind of Dad, I need to help you.
Yeah.
So I stuck around, helped building the community and helped educate. And then people came in and maybe Wax themselves were too busy to be able to answer certain questions. So people like Anders, he'd ask me, and there'd be times where we were talking 1, 2 a.m. in the morning, his time. He's 2 hours ahead of me, I think, at times. And it was just bounce ideas, talk. They'd ask questions. I'd go off, get answers from what I had saved from massive documents where I'd written everything and passed it through, Forbes, Hackanoon, Cointelegraph, etc. And you just kind of foster that relationship. And I've stuck around NFTs since then. Helped launch some projects. I'm doing a lot now, but I'm not doing a lot now. You'll see some of them soon.
So do you work for? Are you like a freelancer, Kieran, at the moment, or?
Yes. So I run my own blockchain marketing consultancy firm, run it remotely from the UK. I do that as my own limited company outside of a standard day job that pays that roof over my head. And everything else, as my wife calls it, is my play money or digital fake money.
Throwing them on NFTs.
If you can ping us that information, be really good to have a look at.
Certainly, man. Just ping me that message, as I say. But so I've been around 4 years, and this has been inside crypto pretty much similar, but in Wax probably since 18, middle of that, when Wax was choosing, EOS.io technology or Tendermint or Ethereum, wherever they chose to go. I was there during all of those discussions, listening, giving feedback on, calls within the team, etc.
Yeah.
You hit your end of your 12 months agreement. Did they need my specific skill set after that? No, because they were launched. So I stuck around, as I say, and helped harvest it.
Yeah. So. And then obviously with the admin, because you run the admin on Telegram, don't you? Is it just you on there? Is there other people on there?
There's about 30 of us. We just of held it as a place to chat if they needed to about the project without worrying about talking about dollars in front of the team anymore. No project likes you talking about price or about movements and TA and and what NFT should I buy and should I collect, and we kind of just let people talk in there. And it grew into cut the K.
There seems to be a lot of, even the last week, there seems to be a lot of people coming over to the Atomic Hub platform, because obviously you can see the charts of the line graph is quite something to look at the moment. Obviously, the
Alien Worlds has helped a lot with that.
That seems a really cool project.
I love that project. Now I love it even more.
What have you worked on, Anders? What projects have you helped?
Well, we actually were part of launching EOS. We launched the first community testnet there, and then we worked on a lot of blockchains based on the EOS.io blockchain technology, which is Wax as well. So we had our eyes on Wax, and when they chose EOS.io, it was like, okay, this is where we want to go. And since that, I've been there, and I work on our project, so I run all the infrastructure, but then I help and advise. I don't know how many NFT projects I've helped now, but it's a lot. And I usually don't charge anything. I just go there, I help them, I set up scripts for them, I do some airdrops. I've sent out thousands of NFTs for people. Like last Saturday, I sent, I think it was 17,000 NFTs during Saturday. Like the guy sat there and did it manually, and I'm like, no, you can't. That's not possible. And he asked, "Can you help me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can do this for you."
Oh, nice.
So
I helped him
be done.
Yeah, so we had to do ours manually.
I've been getting my girlfriend to manually put them on the marketplace and stuff. It's like, well, I'll pay you, I promise. If you can just sit there for hours just typing in, and meanwhile, Wax is fluctuating. I was like, they're not the same price. Can you go back and?
It was quite good fun though, because as we was putting them on, people were buying them. So it
was crazy. Yeah,
it gave us a little bit of motivation. It was like, we need more, get them on.
It was crazy.
They're selling.
Yeah, because we hadn't pushed them at all. There was no marketing, and it was like, so these are being bought because of the art, because of how they look. This is amazing, and because my girlfriend, I was minting them, and she was downstairs on the laptop. Marketing that, putting them on the market, and she was like, I've just looked through, there's only X amount of this one, and I was like, no, I definitely put it, and that was because they'd actually sold, and we're like, oh my god,
we couldn't believe it. This
works. People like it.
I was like, people are buying them, like we're listing them, and people they were buying the number one mints.
It was a bit like when we launched this podcast, because when you launch anything, it's like, people might just hate it, and then you're like, well, you're fucked. I know people are actually liking this. Okay, we've got something here that people can resonate with and enjoy.
But like I say, the good thing is, like, we enjoy the process, and it's not obviously if you sell them it helps, but that just gives us sort of like
I love
clarifies that people like what we're doing. But I think we would be putting them on there anyway.
I love the brainstorming of the ideas.
Yeah,
and then so we're like, okay, we want this, we want it to look like this, blah blah, blah. And then like you see it when it's finished. Yes. I think that's like the YouTuber in me, because obviously, you have an idea for a video, and then you film it, and then you edit it, and then you see the end product. And it's exactly the same with NFTs, and this process of creating these digital assets.
Most of my videos is I see something, I hit record, I talk, I hit stop, I go in, I add something in the front and the back, and I push it on YouTube.
Yeah.
mine's that building looks haunted and creepy. I'll go have a look. Is there any ghosts here? No. Okay, that's a wrap. I'll see you next week, guys.
There was some homeless people though.
They're the scariest, because they'll attack you. But we're like I said, we're locked in. We've got 7 seasons planned.
7 seasons planned.
7 seasons for Crypto Creatures.
Yeah. Again, we're all about
narrative,
building that community, and like even just coming over. Like we've got our community from the podcast, but the Wax community have been really good, and we've had people buying it. There's some guys reached out to us, like you guys, just saying, "Oh yeah, you'll come on the podcast." It was amazing. Like I think everyone. It's a very positive space, and everyone's like, from what I can see, everyone wants to push.
So I think sometimes YouTube can be quite a toxic place, but the NFT community on there, everyone seems to be sort of welcoming, and like I say, that's what we want, positive people around us, and like I say, it's really given us a good push to go forward, and
well, we've had nothing but positivity. So.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, it is really nice.
I love something that I have seen is that people that launch projects in NFT space, that build up a community, that stay present, that stay and keep adding value to people, and that do not get greedy, because we have seen those that we have success, and then they go greedy and everything goes south.
There's a lot. I don't think it's happening much on Wax, because again, I think it's a different platform. It's more card based. It's more collecting. For us, it ticks all the right boxes. But on the other side, like I won't say any names, but with the NFT space, there's like you got to pay gas fees. You got people competing for one piece of art. There's stupid money being spent. That to be all honest, I think that money's just going to go. Like I don't see them.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. I mean, many of us, like in 2017, went and bought, Ethereum at $30.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the NFT space, not Wax. Like I don't even like calling Wax NFTs. If I'm honest, I think it deserves a better name, because it's more like, I know it is NFTs, but it's more card collectibles. I prefer that word. I think there's going to be a bit of shift on the other space, just because there's a lot of hype. Like I've literally every single person. Everyone's doing NFTs. Every single person's doing them, and that's fine. Like again, but long term, some people are probably going to lose money and might be a little bit bitter. If you're spending 2, 3, 4, 5 grand, 10 grand on a piece of artwork, and it gets to $10,
Yeah.
you might not be too happy.
But then it's them people that it will show their true colours of when when the value drops.
Exactly.
It's like you didn't.
You didn't build community.
You didn't buy it for the love of the art. You bought it to make money, and now it's dropped. You don't like it as much.
Yeah. And that's my issue with it at the moment. Like, so like I got some stuff off crypto.com NFT. It's like Boss Logic. Like, I think he's a sick artist. He's like with Marvel, does loads of cool stuff. And I was like, man, like I like this piece of artwork.
Yeah.
And the one he released 3, and the one he released was like, it's it's my favourite piece. So I was like, cool, that's his favourite piece. I'm gonna get that for me. And so I got it. It shot up, and then everyone just started reselling. So like 90% of people who bought it just bought it to resell.
Yeah.
And then the price actually dropped below the initial value that it was on there for. And for me, I don't care what it does, because I want to keep it long term because I like it. But like the 90% of people who bought were all resellers. Which sometimes, like if everyone's reselling and no one actually wants it, there's no core people who want it, so the price will just completely drop. But again,
you lose that recycle.
And
we have
that's
seen that on Wax as well. On some of the, like, after some collections made a big profit for those that got into them, everyone expect the same thing on the next release. And then there are like, personally, I started out just buying to support the Wax ecosystem. And I'm like, I'm not a collector. I don't collect things. And now exactly. And now I look at my accounts, like how many accounts do I have with NFTs? I don't know, like 6, 7, 8 perhaps. And I have over 10,000 NFTs on Wax. And I go and say I don't collect things. So. That's impossible.
One of the biggest collectors.
For me, because I just started getting the Street Fighter cards initially, because I love Street Fighter and I've always loved that sort of franchise. And then I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just kind of like crafting the cards, and I got like a collector's edition. Is it Nikali? Card?
Nikali,
And then like I didn't realize how like cool these collector's edition cards were, and then I was like, and then as soon as I realized, and I was like, oh my god, like I can open up packs, craft, do this, do that. Like I say, being able to like do stuff with the cards as well is like just brings you a lot more enjoyment. And so that's something that we want to sort
of element.
But something that we want to take into our cards. But like I say, it's meeting the right people and doing it properly as well. You know,
I really like Token Head. I think, like, because you can see you've got all your stuff in one place. We're actually chatting to those guys and hopefully going to get them on the podcast next week or the week after. Just to have it all in one space and like. I just love looking at my cards. Like, I don't care if they're worth money or not. Like, the money's irrelevant. Like, it's the collector in me to just have it on my phone and scroll and go, I own that. That's mine. I love it.
Well, it's like, this is where I see NFTs going as well, which it already is, because I've seen certain videos and things, but I think it'll become more commonplace as the community, etc., grows. Is some people are having rooms with just like digital monitors and their NFTs going. I mean, how cool is that?
I kind of do want that.
Cool. You can have like your own digital art gallery.
I should buy one here, right?
Mate, you should have one.
Exactly. Well, we were thinking, but because of like the cameras and stuff on screens, it'll be, you get all them weird like lines and stuff. Because we were gonna have monitors for all the crypto creatures, but we didn't know if it would catch. It has
to be the same frame rate, then it should work.
Okay.
Ben, you didn't tell it.
Ben didn't know.
You didn't tell us that.
Ben did.
You got a degree in media. You didn't tell us that.
Anders is like he's a genius, though.
I didn't say that. I'm the editor. I'm the behind the scenes. Basically, I said it would cause a reflection.
Oh, here we go.
Like this one behind me, that's in metal, and I'm like, I'm gonna have it straight behind me. It doesn't work with the lamps because it just reflects.
Yeah, thank you, Anders.
I'm like, so I got it, and I could push it, and it kind of works. So
you've just saved Ben's job.
We were gonna sack him then, Anders.
I've literally you can get go on like these business card apps, and you can buy like, I don't know, like 500 business cards. I've sent off some of my NFTs
with business cards
to get them printed, and then just so I can get one to put it in like a little plastic thing. Little thing. I'm gonna start like having them in
physical.
Like physicals. Binder. Like I say, for obviously.
Well, I mean, like Blockchain Heroes did that, didn't they? They offered physical redeemables.
I've got a pack of those. I'm holding the pack. Like, I'm hoping in a few years. Like, do you think I'll still be? I haven't got the physical pack. I'm just holding. I'm hoping that obviously because I bought it, they'll just keep it somewhere. So yeah, now I've got my physical pack, which I haven't got it, but I've got the.
Well, the thing is, where I've got
code for it.
I've got like 500 of these things. So I was on the back. I might get one of those, them scanner things that you can scan on your phone.
QR code.
Yeah, QR code on the back, and I might just start dropping them around places. So people are like, "What the hell's this?"
And that's pretty cool.
And make a drop link. That'd be
That's
awesome.
what I mean. Yeah,
That's
just
really cool.
just drop them around.
I mean, that's only one step further away from what Garbage Pail Kids have done with their physical sets. They were selling them in Target and Walmart. You bought a pack, and you got a wax NFT pack.
Yeah,
that's
really cool.
Next level.
I bought one of those. I had to get it from America, but I got shipped over. And I opened 3 packs, but then I got the NFT card. I haven't minted it because I want to keep it because to me, I think that's the first crossover one that there is.
Yep.
So I'm just going to keep that as its standalone one. I just like
Is it a QR code?
Yeah, I've got the QR code.
So you have to protect it so no one else comes and claims it.
Yeah. It's in a vault, mate. No.
I'll do that when you bring it in to show us. Oh, that's great, Dan.
I'm not showing anyone. Oh no, it's a scratch. It's a scratch away. It's a scratch away
nice.
card.
It's in that second shed.
And by vault, you mean like your drawer for socks or something?
Yeah. Getting the big win. So you guys, are you working on any projects for yourselves at the moment, or is it all like you
or does
just
that have to be under wraps?
Are you supporting? Are you just supporting stuff? Have you got anything going like that's for you guys?
Like I have NFTs as membership for my YouTube, for my content. I call them slices. I drop them each month, and then people buy them for 10 cent. 10 cent, $1 or $10, and then I airdrop a lot of NFTs on them the following month.
Oh, okay, because you run airdrop, don't you? Because someone recommended airdrop to obviously for us to do the packs. So yeah, interesting.
Yeah, so that's something I do. Like I'm talking about NFTs. Of course, I should monetize my content through NFTs. I shouldn't ask for Patreon or PayPal or something boring. I should sell NFTs because that's what I do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's what I've been doing since October or something.
Makes sense.
You've got a pretty good handle on it as well. The way the redemption works is pretty good, and the way you have your drop link. So,
well, I believe that going forward, I think that's the way that a lot of creators are going to work. Selling their memberships and stuff as NFTs. I mean, it's
interesting.
It is really going to change the way that everything goes going forward.
Oh my goodness, we were discussing earlier, even things like tickets for music festivals or music events, because how many of those get faked or like Jimmy said, last minute you can't go, and then someone 200 miles away is like, oh, I'd love to go, it's like, well, I can't get that to you, or it's got your name on it and all the rest of it, whereas that's the thing, isn't it? It's the contract, isn't it, that makes it so
I
brilliant.
think I really like digital courses, so there's tons of people out there selling like digital information as courses, and like if you build like the blockchain into that, because that's a job. It's like you can buy a digital course, and then if you've got it as a PDF, you can just send it off or give it to everyone, and and that's what a lot of like these courses people struggle with. And it's like now you can build it into the blockchain and have even if someone sells it, a bit of the commission can go back to them. Like I say, if you buy it, you could learn, and then you could resell that.
Resell it, resell that to someone else, and that'd be a great way, wouldn't it?
And for such collection, like 15% fee makes sense.
Exactly, it keeps it all in the same ecosystem. Like this is what I'm so excited about the technology. The smart contracts behind NFTs are like
they're mini computers.
Yeah, and it's like I mean, you can buy a 10 cents card, and it's got a smart contract built into it to give 1 cent to the original owner, and like you can't for 10 cents you can't do anything for nobody. You can't even buy a sweet or whatever. And to have a little
with this
10 cents little smart contract, it's amazing. So like I think that's where. I don't think a lot of people really get that at the moment. They're just like, it's a JPEG. I can screenshot my JPEG. Yeah. It's like you can take a picture of the Mona Lisa.
It doesn't mean it's not the Mona Lisa.
It's not the Mona Lisa. Like
exactly.
You have to understand the process and the like. And if you're a collector, I think if you collect, like you get it a bit quicker.
Yeah.
And also, it was quite funny because we do a Friday stream, the pre-drinks, and we give away crypto creatures and stuff. And I had some in my studio at home. I've got some PSA Pokemon cards on the back, right, in this little alcove. And we're giving away NFTs, talking about NFTs, explaining NFTs. My cat comes in, jumps up into the alcove, pushes my PSA cards over, and I'm like, the other beauty about NFT, guys, is the condition can never be destroyed by your cat coming in and pushing them off the shelf. It was perfect, but the PSAs were fine. But I was concerned for a minute. But that's another beauty of it. You know, you will forever have a mint condition collectible.
Yeah.
You know, it can never be harmed.
Yeah. Well, the great thing is alongside that is some people are now going backwards from grade A mint card collections, and they're offering inside that pack system where they have a percentage where you could actually have an off mint A minted item, so it actually mints it slightly off. So all of a sudden, they are then going to become valuable as well because they're not central.
The garbage pail kids do this, don't they? Have like an A mint and a B mint.
And they have some error cards.
Yeah. I've seen.
For me, like the on purpose error cards doesn't make sense.
I was then going to say that. Yeah,
like there are errors in Alien Worlds. There are 2 lands that are wrong, for example, and if people know that, those lands will probably be more attractive because people like things that are not meant to be.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to put my foot in it. I didn't realise this until well after. Well, they actually spelled El Chupacabra wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so we've got a fucking...
So we've technically got...
There you go.
Also, as well, didn't you release like a test card? Which was
we released a test card.
We called it like a god card.
A god card,
and like everyone keeps asking us like, where's the god card?
Yeah, if you go through the variety, the variants, there's a god tab, but we took it off. It was just when we were trying to learn. It was when we were trying to learn the whole atomic hub market and how to do your schemas and all that sort of stuff
from scratch.
From literally scratch. Yeah, and so we put that on there and then took it off. But yeah, it's the tab still remains. So where's the god card?
We watched your video, Anders.
It was very helpful.
Thank you for that, because otherwise we'd have been fucked, basically.
That's it took. Yeah, it did take.
So the lads came down to the office and we sat there and we for about 2 hours we went through it and we were like,
what do you mean schema?
We're like, right. It was so hard to... Once you get it, it's fine. But it was so hard to get the categories and the schemas and I think you have to do a couple. Like I say, we did a couple wrong and then once you get it, and now you're like a whiz kid.
I feel completely competent at listing now. I'm happy with that.
So then we were like, we're going to release them. Like, we told the podcast people, and then Jordan phoned me up and he's like, we've got to do all this manually. And he's like, and I was like, how long is it going to take? He's like,
I was like, well, I think our first drop, we're doing 1,200 cards, Dan.
And he's like, I was like, could we get someone to do it, mate? And he's like, I'm not my girlfriend. He's like, she loves doing it.
I'm going to ask a question here.
Yeah.
You used NFT Hive yet?
No.
They have a bulk tool.
We knew it would be somewhere.
You knew it would be your inventory, and then you can set price on like 100 at a time, and then hit.
Well, I saw what drop.
We'll know for season 2.
We'll know.
It had to be out there because I saw like, I don't know if it was Godzilla. It was a certain card, and it was like, this is one of like 100,000, and I was like, there's no way. Someone is sat here
doing it, mate. Yeah.
But then again, like sometimes with clothing, and they're like hand printed. Yeah. Like maybe it's like we should have on it individually listed, so people are like they've gone through the works of this.
So I think I
want to see a live stream if you're doing it though. Otherwise I don't believe you.
But by the time
the sweatshop.
By the time we're finished listing, wax is at $10.
Jordan's girlfriend's got like 2 little fingers that are just nubs hitting that key.
Where's your enter button gone on your key?
We've gone through 5 keyboards. We can't go on.
That did stump us for like an hour or so.
Yeah, it really was, because it's like set in. When I realised, obviously I now know there's a bulk option, but it kind of dawned on me. I was like, these are all going to have to be,
Yeah.
and this is going to take all the
It took a while.
Yeah.
And as well, as we were manually minting them, like, because we're new to it, people just they were like, oh, the number ones, we'll have that. And then it's like, yeah, so, I mean, it's good because all our number ones went.
Yeah, very quickly. Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, I think Blockchain Heroes did a timer. They had some sort of timer on Wax, and then the whole collection went live. Love to know how to do that.
Yeah, that, like an atomic drops.
Yeah, is that hard?
You can do that.
We're gonna have to come to you.
We're gonna learn so much. It's gonna save so much.
You put them behind the drop link, and when the timer hits the right time, they're all there, and you literally just click claim drop. So anybody can go to that link, pay the set fee, not have to list them on the market, and you could technically have like a page where you have like 10 cards at a time listed in your drops, and someone can just go,
I think it's six at a time or 8 at a time at max right now.
Yeah, I think they keep moving it, didn't they? Because of how busy we are at the minute. But yeah, you can literally go to the drops page. Click it.
See all this.
You can just say, go here.
This is why we wanted you guys on, just to get this.
We're learning. This is good. We're learning.
And other people who are, other people like us who probably new to it, they're learning
they can
as well.
avoid our mistakes.
Yeah.
We made them, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of tools building now. Like there is a tool that will help you build packs.
Oh, cool. We really want to do packs.
They are called NFT blocks. I'm not sure. I can give you a link after for them.
Thank you.
And then we also have the Blender, which really is you can set, if you combine these templates, then you can upgrade to this specific template.
Oh, right. Cool.
So then you don't, like when they upgrade, that card is minted. So you just say this is the one that you want to mint if they upgrade. So then you can have this upgrade mechanism.
Cool.
And they are building interfaces for that as well.
Yeah. That's
awesome.
Yeah, because we
could technically have like your creatures. You could have like 5 of them in the future, right? We're doing an event for a day. You blend 5 of these, like these set fit 5. You blend them together. You make a new card.
A bit like the Godzilla, the Godzilla,
like fusion in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I do like that. I like the fusion cards.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, in the background, we've kind of got like a storyline to actually all the cards as well.
Yeah.
And we want to release like a comic book version, so it kind of ties the story together. Yeah. And like some of the stories that we've got, like of certain things happening, and
to cause certain events.
So like something might happen.
Release the comics as MSTs. So
that
Van City and breaks.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking of doing. That like awesome. on like a maybe a fortnightly thing, but we might even do it like release like a page. Instead of releasing the whole comic, we release like a page every 2 weeks to continue the story going. And then obviously we release the cards alongside with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like some of the crafting of the cards is something that we'd love to do, because having like a ghost megalodon would be pretty cool.
Absolutely.
The ghost ladon, and like I say, we're quite creative lads.
Yeah.
So
mega ghost don't really work.
Mega ghost isn't as cool, but ghost ladon. But yeah, so like I say, we've got loads of cool ideas. It's just, like I say, having the knowledge behind it to bring everything together. But we're willing to.
You're so early. You're going to be late.
I was saying this. I know, and this is another thing with us. Like, we really want to get into this community, and I know there's been guys who've been around for like 2 years. Like you said, like yourselves, like building and making relationships, and that's what we want to do. Like, we want to come at it and really build community. And although say, we're 2 years late, we're still very early. Like, it's still early days on Wax. I believe. Like, I really believe. I believe Wax will be huge. I think the coin itself will rocket to like $1 to $10. Just because it has in the past, I think, when it first come out. But the good thing about that is the amount of people coming over to the platform. Because it's just cool.
Yeah, look at the wallets.
They're like,
so good.
Over 1 million.
Yeah. And they're simple to set up. Like the thing I loved about it is like it's very user friendly. Which like this is I bought some I can't remember what it was. I bought some stuff on maybe OpenSea. Like, you have to get your MetaMask and then transfer it over. Then you have to get your F. Then you have to transfer your F to WEF. And then you go in and then you have to then you bid on it. And then you have to put your gas fee up. And even if you put your gas fee up, you still don't get the bid. And it's like, well, I've just wasted about $50 and I've got nothing. And it's like, on Wax, you're not wasting any money.
No.
Yeah.
You know, and
if your bid's overtaken, you get it back. That's such a benefit. That's why, went back in 2017 when I started trading crypto kitties and I was breeding Gen Zeros and shit like that. I mean, the horror stories there that I sold a Gen Zero for like $30.
No. How much is that now? How much?
I'm not even going to look.
Don't look.
I'll just slide off this chair. Don't.
Yeah. It's when you say, "Oh yeah, I sold 10 crypto punks for like $10."
Yeah, I had a punk. I got rid of it. It was just a bit of fun. You don't know.
There's that famous story, isn't there? That guy who bought 2 pizzas for I think $420 million worth of Bitcoin.
Bitcoin pizza. There's a webpage for it. Bitcoin
Is there actually?
Go and see the value of Bitcoin pizza.
I bought a flat.
You can type it into Google. Yeah.
I bought a flat screen telly for what is now worth 50 grand. So.
Yeah.
It's like the story. If you had bought a Tesla in like 2016, if you had just put that into Tesla stock instead, you wouldn't have had a Tesla. You would have had 50. It's like
it's crazy.
Love that.
But the thing is, you live and learn. I say we bought our Litecoin miner for $3,000, mined 4 Litecoin, and then it was worth. Then the drop hit. So if we'd have put $3,000 in Bitcoin, I've got a Litecoin miner that potentially is $60,000. But you just got to laugh, and you're like, it's just life, innit? But What were you saying? Sorry, Kieran. Before that, you had you said
So like back then, Ethereum gas prices weren't as high.
Okay.
So
yeah.
You didn't, anything that you factored in, it was okay, fine. There was not DeFi summer, there was not all this other utility around NFTs. Now what we're seeing, as you're saying, is like you've got packs, you've got collectibles. You go places where you don't have these fees on these bids and stuff.
Yeah.
You've then also got this is like mind-boggling. Like you've seen the music NFT teas that Wax did a few weeks ago, where they showed you that you can have a music video as an NFT. If you own that NFT, you can play that music video or own the tracks. And then if you don't own it, you can't play it.
That is.
You have another layer to,
that's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
You go back like
there are music NFTs being released this weekend on Wax as well.
Yeah.
Exit Limbo is doing it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Exit Limbo? Their art is really cool.
No, I can't say that.
I have to do
Gothic
it.
style.
Oh, nice.
Silent Hill Gothic style is phenomenal.
Oh, what are they called again? Was it
Exit Limbo?
Exit Limbo. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, like the limbo stick, but no relation.
Do you think? Sorry, bro. Do you think it's like Wax and Atomic Hobbies? It's set up for the influx of everyone coming over.
The thing that happens is that everything is tested, and it's tested on more users than there is currently.
Okay.
But then something happens like with Alien Worlds, where you have 40,000 players, which is a lot of players.
It's a lot of
then
players.
Suddenly Binance announced, and in a few days there's 1150,000 players.
Yeah.
It is very hard.
You can't
to know how things will go. And then you have to like shit. We have to fix things. And we have to do some manage. We have to manage this in some way. And right now it's annoying because there's a captcha on each transaction. But that was just like a hammer to stop the problem while they are fixing the problem for real.
Yeah.
So, we in the background, since I am one of the teams that run the infrastructure, we sign all the blocks, all the transactions. We have the APIs that all the dApps are using. We are working hard to make sure that everything works.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
and like the Wax blockchain is not at its limits. It's the services on top. Like having a website, you're building a website, and you go from 1,000 active users to 20,000 active users, all clicking the button at the same time.
Yeah,
it's very hard to handle.
It's just time, isn't it? Like I say, it's the same with websites. It's the same with when you got volumes of people, and we like I say we do it ourselves with like clothing collections. You never know if something's going to go crazy or not. And it's like, sometimes you're like, oh my God, like we've just sold double or triple. Like now we've got to get a load of stuff in. It's
how you adjust to what's happening in the moment, isn't it? That sort of really shows what you're made of.
But in general, I think Wax is pretty smooth, isn't it? In my opinion.
As far as experiences go, it's fantastic. It's easy for a noob. That's the way I look at it. I can show my 14-year-old son. Yeah. He has a wallet. He now, plays around with some pocket money every month. So he can go and purchase whatever he wants and plays.
Yeah.
The thing that we've now got is you've got, as you said, Alien Worlds has brought in people that have never played an NFT game before. Yeah. Basically playing like a very stripped down version of Risk, the board game, or playing like Command and Conquer almost. You get your resources. You then
best game ever, by the way. Command and Conquer.
nostalgia.
Retaliation with the ants.
Oh,
mate, if Wax did Command and Conquer, like, you won't see me. I'll be gone. I'll just lock myself in a room.
Me and Dad, that was like our first thing of like online, because we used to have like the 2 PlayStations, the 2 TVs back to back with the connection.
link up wire.
And me and Dan would just sit there. We'd have like
Did you keyboard and mouse it?
No, we used to play on PlayStation. And we were like, right, we've got half an hour to build a base, and then we go to war. And it was like, you know, like one day, like Dan would just come in with like, you know, 2,000 men just coming in, and the Tesla coil would just be going off, buzzing everyone. It's just like the
parachuting at the back, like building up a little army at the back that you didn't know. And like, honestly, like that game, we set it up one Christmas as a nostalgia thing, and it's the best game in the world, man.
Oh,
it's awesome.
Units ready, training. I'll never forget it. Nuclear missile launch. No.
Yuri, that was it. Yuri's Revenge.
Yeah.
But so like the idea of like bringing normies in, like you can't do this with Ethereum.
No.
The chain that no one talks about.
Yeah.
You can't do that because there's so many things you have to do. The tools aren't there. The way that the whole Wax infrastructure was created was that if it's easy enough to click and do from a social media account, or when you sign up to Gmail or using Facebook, people are going to do what they like.
Yeah.
We're now seeing, as you said, Alien Worlds. We have MLB next week.
Mate, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that.
Big.
Yeah. There's not actually, because I looked on the site and they did 10,000 for free, didn't they? Which went instantly.
Like I made a video like 1.5 hours after, and it was gone. I'm like, I was like, okay.
You question. You were like, oh, I'm not sure. Are they there? It's like, no, they've gone.
So people were fast.
Yeah. That's been the beauty, because obviously, you know, we established our podcast audience, and then we've obviously got into NFTs, so then we've brought them over, and that's been the beauty of the whole Wax model, is exactly what you're saying there. It's been so easy to explain to them how to make a Wax wallet, and then how to just log into Atomic Hub with their Wax wallet, and off they go. It's as simple as that, and that has got so much. Because I know that there are a few people that were apprehensive, but when they realised how straightforward it was, you know, I think you need to feel, especially, you know, with crypto and stuff, a lot of people don't understand it, blah blah blah. I think you need to, you know, add that element of comfort to the person, and making it A, B, C so straightforward is you know, vital, you know, to growing it as a platform.
Makes it easier for us to give stuff to fans as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as you make it easy enough to explain to your nan or your granddad, that's when you win. That's when technology moves every single time. The reason that Blu-ray won over others, you know, VHS over Betamax, because it was easy to do. Costs are better, and you know, it's more streamlined than the experience. You don't need extra tech.
But something that is fun also is like, I've been in crypto for a few years. I joined like 2016, and my dad like doesn't understand anything. When Garbage Pail Kids came to Wax, and I said that I'm trading cards, he said he was crazy, but he could understand it. He can't understand crypto. He doesn't see the value why people are doing it. But people flipping images, he found it crazy, but he could understand that it's a thing.
Like for me, it was like I didn't. Again, I was quite late with crypto because I just didn't understand it, and then as soon as I started sort of gaining knowledge of like NFTs and started like really thinking about the possibilities of it, I was like, oh my god, like this is just going to take over currency completely. Like having like contracts and stuff on the blockchain, and like I say, being able to buy music, and it gives you somewhere to spend that money, so it's worth having that money, you know. Like I say, and if you've got money in your bank account, it's sitting there doing nothing. It's just making the bank's money. If you've got money in your crypto account, like, you know, it could be possibly
interest right now. Shit.
That's what I mean. And it's
awful,
like, you know, for anyone who's sitting with loads of money in their bank account, it's like, what are you doing? Like, doing? Because, and like I say, the fact that you can use that you can collect stuff with it, and it's more enjoyable, isn't it? I'd rather be collecting stuff and seeing that rise in value than just money sitting in my bank account while the banks, you know, the banks are making money out of it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, this is definitely going to take over. And it was all down to really me getting on, you know, using Wax was like I say, it was good for a noob, and that was me. I was that person. So it was like, it's really sort of opened my eyes with everything.
Yeah, and also, you know, the thing is, everyone is just staring at their phones now. kids just staring at their phones. So to put collectibles in that device, it's the future, isn't it? You can see going forward. Unfortunately, it makes me sad to think, because I do love, going to the corner shop and buying a pack or whatever. But going forward, kids are going to be more inclined to buy digital assets and be like, oh, look at this on my iPhone, as opposed to,
like I say, it's the clout. It's the clout, isn't it?
Yeah, they already do.
Again, I had that moment of, oh my god, he's got the shiny Charizard in the playground. Like, it's just a piece of paper that makes this kid cool.
True.
And it's exactly the same as these things on their phone. Like they show that they've got these collectibles on their phone. It just gives them a bit of confidence at school or whatever. And that.
I got two little girls, like, they love Roblox. They're on it, like, as soon as they finish school, they're like, I mean, we have to block out time on there. We'll give you 2-3 hours on there, and it, like I say, the world's changing. It's like, and it's 2-3 quid to buy something, and you're like, it's nothing really, is it? Like, at the end of the day, they get but the amount of money going into Roblox, I think it just went on the stock market actually. I bought some. I bought some Roblox. There's some. But that's it. You got Coinbase going on there. You got Roblox going on there. Like, the transition is happening.
Everything's going digital.
For sure.
I've got family members that have never looked at crypto, laughed at me in 2017 when family would go out and go for like a meal.
Yeah.
And I'd say, we're not going out this weekend, to my wife, and she'd be annoyed because she couldn't go out with her sisters and everything. And we'd put like 20 or 30 quid that we'd spend on that meal down the pub.
Yeah.
Put into Bitcoin. Yeah. And she's like, you're an absolute arse. I hate you. We're not having a social life. And now all of a sudden, like, things are happening, and she's going,
Can I?
Now you're like, that restaurant we was going to go to, I now own it. Having your Bruce.
4 different countries.
So, can I get that 30 quid back from that Bitcoin? But I want it in today's Bitcoin.
Oh my goodness.
Just give you 20 grand.
Yeah. Last year when I got into Bitcoin at 5.2, and I, a couple of close friends and that, I thought, I'll let them know. I'll let you know, don't Lozzie. And if Lozzie was like, yeah, okay, fuck it, might as well give it a punt. And then, but I had other friends who were like, one was like, isn't that the thing that you buy guns on the dark web with? That's
Monero.
That's what I wanted to do with it.
And another one was like, it hasn't been relevant since X or Y. And then it sounds petty, but the guy who said, it hasn't been relevant since, I think he said like 2011 or something, pulling a year out of his ass. But a year later, when I've made considerable money on that investment, I was like, that crypto that you said hasn't been relevant for years. Well, if you'd have done what I did, you'd have X. And he was like, fuck off, Jordan. I was like, I'm just saying, I'm trying to help you.
You know that crypto that you said that could just buy guns? I've just bought 4 tanks.
The thing is with it, with any crypto, with all this stuff, at the time you go in, I went in 2017 and I was like, shit, man. I'm late. I've missed the boat. I was like, it's peaked. It was, I think I got in at 1200. And I was like, it's peaks. Like, I'll put a bit in. It's done now. It's probably, and then look at it now. Probably in 10 years' time, you look back at it now and go, God, like, I'd give my arm and leg to get it for what it is now.
There was a couple of guys 2 months ago. They were like, it's too late. I'm not there. I was like, trust me. Get into it. They got in at 30K. It's now at 45, 47. So they're making money. It's not too late. If it goes to 500,000 and you could have got in at 50K, you're going to make a lot of money. You know what I mean? So just give it a punt. No matter what's that.
What's fun is that if you go back 9 years and today, it has always been too late to buy crypto.
Always, It's always.
Bitcoin at $100 is too late. It's too late.
I've seen that.
Now we look at like 100. Yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had this. My mate. I remember being in my van with my mate, and he said, "How this Bitcoin? It's like 1,200 quid." And I remember saying to him, "I was like, yeah, mate. I was like, it's way too high. It's just good." I was like, he's like, should we get some? And I was like, nah. I was like, it's gonna do nothing, mate. I was like, you're just gonna lose your money. And then I got in at like about 2.
Yeah.
And or a little bit. Yeah. And it's like, man, like.
It's fascinating.
I just think it's funny. It was the skeptical ones, when it had the crash.
Yeah.
And they was all giving it large, weren't they? And now they've all gone really quiet, and it's like,
What you said about the 2017, like the ICO boom, and like I really enjoyed that. Obviously, everyone lost money, but like I like the white papers. I like it just felt like it was buzzing, and this is what I love about the about Wax and the projects, and like it's the same kind of vibe. It's like everyone, there's white papers, there's projects being released, but this time it's got functionality and it's got whereas it didn't before. It was just all speculative. Whereas this time it's actually got functionality, and it's in my opinion it's got longevity as well.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like the ICOs that were made, a lot of them are gone, but those that are not, they have spent all these years building out what they said they were going to build out. Yeah.
And some of them are really good.
Exactly. Some are really good. Some delivered what they wanted. Some delivered something completely different. Some have not delivered anything yet.
But still, an exciting space.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when I learned about it, the first thing I bought was Dash. I bought it at $20.
Same.
I held it when it reached $1,200. And I held
same.
It down again.
Same, mate. I've still got mine. It's on $300.
Yeah, like I still had it down at 50 again, so that was kind of fun.
It's got, to be fair, like I say, I had it at 1,200. It went down to 50. I've held. It's gone up to 300 now. But I think it's. Do you think it's got the possibility to go back up? Who knows?
No one knows.
No one knows. But I'm hodl with it anyway. I've got my bit of Dash.
But if you go back a few years, if you have hodled whatever you bought, it would have been better off than if you had traded it.
Yeah.
Almost on everything.
Yeah.
Most things.
Yeah, exactly.
Some for way too long. And
my BitConnect. my BitConnect didn't do too well, mate.
BitConnect.
Okay, all projects that actually started to build things that they said.
Not the pyramid schemes.
Yeah, my sweat coin.
They're actually still going. I was like, shit, we might have a lawsuit.
Oh god. They got the data to challenge us.
It's a lot of fun, and like each weekend I go to my missus and say, hey, is it okay if I stay up all night, all evening, and skip dinner just to do some live streaming for NFTs? Because like the last few weeks it's just NFTs, and this week I think there's 3 different releases at least, and there's more that I am not aware of. On Wax.
Is there anything? I've heard I don't know, a few people mentioning in Telegram stuff like, oh, there's some really big things coming. I don't know whether that was about the MLB or whether there's other stuff coming. You got any inside info that some big stuff might be coming to Wax?
The inside, let's put it like this. I am in something called I don't even know if I should call it community. It's a community advisory board for Wax.
Okay,
and we are under an NDA there, so whatever is said there, I cannot.
Of course,
public things.
100%.
So what I can say is that what has been public is that people from the Wax team has gone around in channels and say that it will start to come more things.
Yeah.
They have signed deals, whatever that means.
Okay.
And I mean, when it comes to collecting, nothing gets bigger than MLB.
Yeah.
I mean, in Sweden, baseball isn't even a thing.
Same in the UK.
I think
not here either.
I think one of the most
rounders.
I was a beast at rounders in high school, man.
We should release some rounders cards. That'd be quality, mate.
Make sure they're in poses.
I was just about to say we need to round
RLB. Yeah. But I think one of the most valuable PSA cards ever sold was like a 1919 MLB baseball card of some dude, and it's like a PSA 1, but it's sold for millions. And sports cards in America, your basketball and baseball.
Well, look at NBA Top Shot, whatever it is.
Top Shot.
That's done $500 million.
500 million, raised another 300 million in seed round.
The MLB they've only got such a small amount that they're releasing, aren't they? I think it's just going to get wiped out instantly.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that because it's actually $2 million in sales, so it's not a small amount.
Yeah.
But it is a lower limit of NFTs than Street Fighter or Godzilla. And I think this is a good thing because what happened with Godzilla and Street Fighter is that
too many.
They died on the secondary market because we need those people that buy to flip because they provide liquidity for all the collectors. Yeah. So we need a balance between those that want to buy to sell and those that want to buy
100%. That was my issue with NBA Top Shots. Like there's too much volume, like way too much volume. So like nothing is holding value because they're just constant releasing. The supply is ridiculous. If you like, they can take one moment and do 15,000, 30,000 mints of one moment. Then you've got every player, and it's insane. But I was just shocked with the MLB. I was like, man, that's cool. Like I really want to get some. I don't know if I'll be able to.
We all want, right?
Yeah. You have the burn mechanic in the MLB as well. So straight away, if you trade in certain ones, you get access to the 1950 range as well. So whatever we see as supply, straight away, people are going to be taking those to rush. People are going to be wanting to look for specific mint numbers as well. So all of a sudden, like, for me, I collect a specific number. I don't go after mint one. Yeah. I'm very odd like that. And I have... my wallet has about 1,700 of this exact mint.
Really?
I literally, I go and hunt. If I find a project that is there that I like the project of, or if there's like someone that's new, if that mint is available, I'll grab it. Boom. It could be 10 wax, it could be 100 wax, it could be 1,000 wax. If it's something that I like, I'm not worried about not having it because to me, the collection with that mint number as well, it's more beneficial. It's better in my hands than Tom down the road for no particular reason. But I now have that many, and I'm aiming to have that exact amount with zeros on the end as that amount of them to add value to me.
Yeah.
So so I had 3 zeros. That'll be the amount of them with the number in front, and that'll be how many.
We got a few numbers. We can they're not number ones. So we can send you some over, mate. We'll ping them over to your wallet.
Someone has been buying some collection called Crypto Creatures while we're talking, and has 15 of them in his inventory now.
Oh really? My goodness.
No, I had to get them right.
Oh, legend!
Thank you very much, dude. We appreciate that.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's like I say, the good thing about the project is, like I say, not many people know who we are, but the people that have seen it are loving it. To be honest, and we got a really good relationship with the artist. He's part of the team.
Yeah. I mean, the artist is part of our team. I went to school with him. We've been friends for years, and it was something like I came to him for a project that was like not even. Well, it was kind of related, but I just knew his art style. And then when we thought about this, I was like, "You're our guy, 100%." Come in, brought him into the team. He's absolutely loving it. We're loving it.
Shout out to Ben, the editor, as well.
Ben
does all the special.
Ben does the hollows
and all the gold layers and all that. So he's part of the team. Like all of us in it are all got a percentage of the wax and stuff.
So that's great. Yeah, you're not worrying about losing it in gas fees as well. So all of a sudden you're able to do this splitting of $100 with split 6 or 7 ways. You're not worrying about losing $60 out the window.
Exactly, and that's a big thing at the moment. And again, you've got the environmental aspects of which wax are really hot on. That's another thing we looked at and we're like. Because it kind of propped up, didn't it?
It is a barrier for some people.
Yeah, it's a barrier. And it's like, and I did some research. Like, wax are actually really, their system and their ecosystem's really good, the way they've got it all set up.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but it's just, I'm just really excited for the project and where we take it, where we take the narrative. I'm hyped to build a narrative behind it for the comic book. Things like that. The thing that excites me, and this is a bit of a reveal for a little bit down the line, but how I feel like we can work it is, within the comic book with these characters that we establish is, for example, there could be a zombie apocalypse event, and then all of a sudden, boom, the next season is zombified of our characters, and just that's just. I don't want to blow smoke, but that's just fucking cool. Do you know what I mean? It's just cool thing to do. So it's like,
And it's all stuff that connects with our podcast in general. Like we
talk about cryptids,
we talk about
conspiracies.
Yeah, we talk about Loch Ness Monster and stuff.
Aliens. We're going to go, we do specials and we're going to go and camp at Loch Ness. Try and find the Loch Ness Monster.
We're going to capture the
Loch Ness. We're going to prove that it exists. But and it all ties into everything.
Yeah. So we're building content and around the stuff the cards that we're creating as well. Again, it's not just like that card.
That's the stuff that will win.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's
right.
like, we want to go and try and find the Yeti, and we love that stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it's
what's with you guys from the UK? I mean, the horrors are also like building this community and building the story behind it and doing all this work, and you guys as well, and that is really cool.
Yeah,
you should all come to my channel and talk about it as well and reach more wax.
Oh,
folks.
absolutely.
100%. Yeah, we're gonna
love to.
Like I say, and also one thing we want to do as well is like do some collaborations.
Definitely.
And like the thing with it, the aliens, we've done a few podcasts on aliens and stuff. We've got an alien crypto creature coming out, and that's another little thing we want to do. But anyone we can collab with, that's up for collabing, because as a brand with Hobojack, even with APMA, like we've done some. Like we've done some of the biggest collabs in the UK. Like we've
got some big ones coming as well. Yeah, and it just always helps. It just helps reach more customers and like I say, just grow that community. We just want to grow an absolute beast of a community, and that's what we want to do it for. It's like with Hobojack, we've done that, and that's more enjoyable than, like I say, the financials and whatever. It's like it's just
the community.
It's having you feel part of something, and you've got these people messaging you, for this and that, and it's just enjoyable to connect with people. That's what life's about, isn't it? Connecting with people. So
for sure,
100.
And like I say, the whole crypto and NFT communities, everyone just seems so like sort of helpful and that, and it's nice to connect with these people.
Yeah, which I've been a YouTuber for close to 10 years now, and in the social media space and stuff, like to come into communities that are nice, friendly, and welcoming is quite refreshing, to say the least. Coming from I mean, I came off Twitter recently because it was just too much. Like, I don't need this negativity in my life, and my life has been 100 times better ever since. But yeah, so to be part of and come into a community that is
I think loads of things are coming together at the same time. Like Discords and stuff like that, and
I love Discord. Great tool.
Even like, I'm not saying it, like paid paywalls or whatever. I actually think they're really good, because it's like it stops any toxic people. No one's gonna pay £5 a month to come in and call you a knobhead, are they? Do you know what I mean? It's like it's like you can
rich people.
You can but like you can grow these communities where you're getting really good feedback. And I absolutely love that. Like, a lot of comedians and stuff are doing that at the moment. They're creating these things, and it's not to do with the money that comes in. It's just about
the community,
having the community of everyone. They know that everyone in that pays that money is that they're worth putting that content out.
And also, like, because we've got our VIPs and stuff, we give them a free t-shirt, they get an exclusive podcast each month, they get all giveaways and stuff, the NFTs. Like, so with the NFT giveaways on Fridays, we'll give base cards away to anyone who's enters with a Wax wallet. But then if you're a VIP, then we'll give away a holo and things like that. So I think it's also about, when you have that community there, it's like giving them as much value as you possibly can.
Exactly.
But like I say, now you have the infrastructure to be able to do that, because it wasn't available.
No. That's it. That's the beauty, because we could. I know it might sound a bit silly, but we could give away a t-shirt on a live stream, and then it'll take a week or two to get to them. We give away an NFT. It's in their wallet in minutes. We just go to transfer, and then
seconds.
Exactly. And so.
Not when Jordan's manually.
WAM.
You've got 10 more to do.
Takes Jordan about 10 minutes.
I'll get my girlfriend on it.
Things to think of for you, though. Things to think of you on this as well is like, you can now have NFTs that can represent a physical object. So you could technically airdrop NFTs that represent these t-shirts and jumpers, and you may not need to ship them to people for your whole brand.
Exactly.
Like this one, Kieran.
What's that?
Exactly.
Camera.
So basically, you can have VRL. You can basically. This is what Funko Pop's using. So you're going to potentially have like ideas off of this anyway. But you could technically airdrop people, an NFT that allows them to redeem at any point a piece of merchandise. If they don't want to redeem it, it's a digital representation until they choose to redeem it. So on the secondary market, if you're not selling these anywhere and people only get them for free by attending, they build their own value themselves. Is it worthwhile me having this?
That's amazing.
Trade it around. And then in the future, when someone wishes to trade it, it could trade 10 times. It could be held by me for a year and then I choose to redeem it.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've then got this ecosystem again.
I did not know that.
This one is actually an NFT.
Yeah, that's
Really?
the VRO.
I've sold that one behind me. It's not mine anymore.
But the airdrops, I remember airdrops on the ICOs. Like, so obviously, like you've got an account and you just get something thrown into your account through the airdrop. Well, yeah, airdrops are sick. Like, I used to love an ICO where you sign up, but then you get an airdrop of like if you're new to
100
it.
fun.
Yeah, and you get like you just get a little airdrop of like I don't know whatever. So like. Oh.
So just so I've got this right, so we could do, say, an NFT, a free NFT of a T-shirt, which they could then redeem, like the code is on that NFT, I'm guessing. But then if they don't...
What you do is you basically get them to send it to an address with a memo, and then like the memo maybe you had, let's say, an email. I'm giving you ideas here. And the memo had like an email address in, and then once they've sent it and that email address is there, you contact the email address. Here's what shipping order do you need? What size do you need? Bang, done.
Yeah.
You can streamline this further with the smart contract itself.
And also, like I say, they can resell the.
They could,
exactly.
Yeah. So like, I mean, if Supreme do,
and you're earning on the resale.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways to do that, and it's like you can automate it, so people have to log into a website and then they have to show proof that they have it before, or you can do as Kieran says, that you transfer it to an account, then either with the memo there, or you go to a form and you say that here's the transaction ID. They can show that they have actually sent it, and now they can claim this free T-shirt. Personally, I set the time limit on that one because I don't want to come in 20 years and someone
and then
saying,
be like,
hey,
where is
mine.
it? Yeah.
So I put a time limit on it, and it's the first thing. So I did it for a year just to test it out. So he has until end of this year to redeem it if he wants to. If not, he didn't. Then he has an NFT still, which is awesome.
Yeah, so you've still got the NFT.
Yeah, and I have garbage packets there, so I am not allowed to do that again. Like, I asked for permission to do one, and they said yes. And that was probably a good timing because it was very early in the NFT space for them. So they were probably like, this is...
Do you work with do you work with garbage out kids now, or
No, I haven't worked with them at all.
Oh, okay.
You just
I talk to them. I have a
really?
medium of conversation to them.
Do you like? I like
telling
their.
you this on live podcast.
I do like their collections. I've got a few of their like the Series 1.
I have a few fat mats.
Okay, yeah. The Adam Bombs are the ones, aren't they? But I got
Nasty Nick. All that. It's a good collection to have. Yeah.
What's the Tiger thing? Tiger King. They did some of those, didn't they? I got a few of those.
You got the LJ Exotic set, the Tiger King,
and the Bernie. I got the Bernie ones as well.
Crash Gordon.
Yeah, got them. Yeah, I've got every. Yeah, I spent
from a. I don't know if anyone knows. From like a copyright perspective, does that just fall under parody, or do they have to?
They would probably have a license. I'd imagine they have a license, so they're allowed to do so. But it'd seem illogical to, especially now they've got listed. Tops a few weeks ago. They're now listed.
But then it would be difficult to do a cease and desist, wouldn't it? So how
the thing is, American parody law is so different to the UK.
It's massively
you can if you look at
you're like they're all on the blockchain if you want to go on there and get them.
Help yourself. Just go on the blockchain and it's really easy. You can take anything off the blockchain.
Dear.
But it's great that if you just go and look at all the NFTs on Wax, well, almost all of them, they use IPFS, which is this data storage that takes the bytes of the file and creates a hash of it. So if one small thing is changed on the file, it's not the same hash. But if you have the exact one, you can actually upload it later and get the exact same hash. And you can take a service and you can pin it, which means that even if you buy it from a small project now and they go out of business, they didn't go well, they bought some programmers and they got ripped off or whatever, they don't have the money, they can't sustain it. You can still make sure that all of your NFTs will exist forever.
That's brilliant.
Amazing.
And on Pinata Cloud, you can do it for free for 1 gig of images. And that is a lot of images.
Yeah, we used
we just started
Pinata for the hollows and the golds, because the files we were like 2 meg limit. That's not going to work.
That's good. That's a huge thing. Like Wax itself has this as like part of its innate. You can't do it without doing so. If you go and buy some on these other marketplaces that you're talking about on other chains, you know, your OpenSeas, your Robles and stuff, they don't necessarily exist on IPFS. So if something happens to their server, the image isn't there to display until they choose it to be back available. That's a huge issue as a collector. Like for me, as you say, like if you want it on a digital frame, you know, as you said, like you're having them in the room behind you. There's projects that are looking at integrating like standby mode on a TV. So that when your TV is on standby rather than a black screen, it'll be an NFT viewer. So if your TV's never on at home, it'll always cycle through NFTs. Like, being able to do that via IPFS is such a game changer.
And all that's coming in. That's what we were talking about. Like all of that, displaying it, and like I say, building it into your TV and whatever. There's going to be bits, you know, an iPad.
T-shirt. A T-shirt that displays them. Just there we go.
Digital T-shirt.
That'd be awesome.
It's just
we'll look into it.
Coming soon to Hobo Jack. NFT T-shirts.
Just me with my iPad and some sellotape. Photoshop it.
iPad not included.
You look like a Teletubby.
Teletubby tees.
They did a Teletubby blinking crypto thing on April the 1st, didn't they?
Did they?
They actually did a crypto.
Oh my god, it's funny because every
coin or something.
So every man and his dog at the minute is just doing NFTs, but it's quite funny. But again, I see Wax. I just see Wax different, man. I'm very biased because I love it, but to me, it's a whole different entity.
We are not biased.
I can agree with you completely, and I can say the circles of conversations that I'm having, where I'm under probably even more NDAs than what Anders has toes and fingers, like just like for single subjects. Lots of people. Lots of people are looking at the fact that IPFS, the fact that Wax have gone the legal route as well, and they have patents for a lot of things. So if people come into the space and try and jump on it by being illogical and immoral, they'll get slammed. And lots of projects are going to them, like your Garbage Pail Kids, your Street Fighter and Capcom. I mean, that's the first time they've licensed anything away from the whole, you know, Capcom Asia licensing. You know, Tokyo themselves with old Godzilla. There's lots of other projects on their way that we're getting hinted at, as you know. There's musicians, artists, sports personalities, actors, actresses, and lots of those sort of people that I'm talking with and helping advise as well. That's cool. There's people that are looking at it not as a money grab either. They're looking at it as offering that value back. You know, holding an NFT gives you access to a priority ticket.
Exactly.
One of my meet and greets or a concert. Owning this NFT every 6 months, I won't tell you the exact day, but there'll be an airdrop or a limited link available to claim an album, and you can redeem it or choose to trade it. You know, all those sort of things. Having access to a vinyl that's signed. If you own 4 of my NFTs, you get access to this. There's so many things that people are thinking about that even now, I'm surprised that they're coming to me with ideas. And you guys themselves are like going, holy crap, this is amazing. These guys are thinking like years ahead. And they only want to use the technology that Wax has because it's greener. You know, people can trade and not lose money. They can always earn that secondary. There's so many things. Fees. It's so exciting.
Man, it's super exciting. I'm well excited for the space. No, there's again as well that there's a money grab element with the Ethereum stuff that's going on. And I'm not seeing that with Wax like at all. It's like it's just a different beast. And it's about community.
Having the social logins is a huge thing. You know, the fact that you have to have like a Gmail or you're not just you can hide yourself to a degree. You know, you can be a moniker, you can have a stupid Telegram name or a Twitter account and pretend to be somebody like a Whale Shark sort of thing. But at the end of the day, you signed up with a social account, or that there's a way that if you really wanted to be presented, you could be for whatever reason. If you're committing fraud or something, it's such a safe place as an IP holder to come as well.
That's what I mean. The process, the process that we went through to have to get our things
whitelisted.
I was like really like impressed with everything.
It was stringent.
It was really good. So,
and it did just like I say, it just showcased like, okay, this is not easy.
And I like that. Like say,
exactly.
It should be difficult to get whitelisted. It should be a process. You should have to.
It wasn't. It didn't exist at the beginning.
Okay.
And that was a problem.
I imagine. Yeah.
It's better for buyers because if you put something on there that isn't whitelisted, it tells you very plainly that it's not whitelisted.
You
should definitely consider.
There are so many notifications. It's like, I'm going to go for this NFT. It's not whitelisted. Okay, I'm now going to buy it. Are you sure? Because this is not on whitelisted. I just want you to know.
I can't believe we actually sold quite a few before we were whitelisted.
We put the base up, didn't we?
But to be fair, that was to our community, so they knew it was.
This is it. Because that's the thing, isn't it? With that notification, if you're not whitelisted, it does say, make sure that you know the project and blah blah blah. Which obviously the people buying the base, when it was just our community, they obviously knew that.
The great thing around that as well is that even outside of the approval process, there are people like Anders, myself, and a core set of people that support the scene, and we have like our own like exit scam like support group where if we find something that genuinely looks dodgy and isn't approved, we share it and ask for people that have the time available to go and research it. If they can't find someone behind the project, can't find a website, can't find proof of concept, we call them out on it. So far we have 100% hit rate.
Really? I got a bit of trouble when I did that.
They're coming for you.
And the hitman. It's like
there was one guy. I actually had an interview with him, and then later I started to ask questions about the project, why he wasn't delivering, which ended up in him going out to all the channels, reaching out to the Wax team, everyone, to try to get me off everywhere.
Oh wow!
The problem here
bad move.
That's trusted by all of the inside, so they didn't buy his story, but he wrote like a long article about how I am running a cabal trying to destroy it for everyone, and which is very fun because now in the Alien World ecosystem we have a team called the Cabal. So we are playing on that and some other things.
He gave you some content.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, amazing. But I mean, guys, thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it. I've had a great conversation. We've learned a lot, which is always awesome.
No problem.
And thank you as well, Anders, for getting some crypto creatures. That really does mean a lot.
I bought the mint #1 afterwards as well.
Oh, nice. I like it. To be fair, I promise, like we said this to all our podcast people supporting us, like we're going to work so hard over the next few years to build this into like a big community project that these first edition ones will just hold value because we're going to smash it out the park going forward. So thank you so much for buying, and like we want to.
We won't let you down.
We won't let you down. Like, it's our promise.
We won't let you down.
Yeah. It's our promise. Like we've worked hard.
It's not a one and done.
We see it as a stock within us as a brand and the community. And if you invest and buy it, we're going to work hard and invest that money back into the project so that your stock grows with us, and like I say, we're going to work hard for all of our community and fans.
It's just cool to think that one day like someone could buy a crypto creature and then like be a fan of the APMA podcast for years, and then just sell it and
buy a boat.
Buy a boat.
So it's long term for us. We got season 2 coming out. And we fully expect as well. Maybe it won't be season 2, season 3. There might be season 1 still available to buy, but eventually they will sell out, and then it's like it's like it's like your Pokemon season 1 when it first came out. It had no value. It was worth nothing. You're throwing it around school to your mates, and it's like you're literally and now some of them are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars,
It's just cool. It's just from a collecting point of view, because I love Pokemon cards. I love Yu-Gi-Oh cards even now, and just the thought that we're making our own.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's
just cool.
That's it for me. From a creator's perspective, it's just a fucking cool thing to do.
The great thing is well, once they've left and gone to somebody else, the whole secondary market is determined by us collectors. So I'll call us collectors because I'm a large holder, and there's like, if I deem that I wish to put up a price for it, I then determine the value on the market.
Exactly.
If it's worth $50 to me, that's my sell price. If it's worth $500, that's the sell price.
Yeah.
And I'd love to ask as well to come back in a few months when you've done season 2 or 3, Anders and myself, and we'll give you some more like Possibly some more
Mate, we'd love to get you guys back on. So again, we're all about building this community and and making long-term relationships. We definitely weren't the first people here, but we'll be the
fucking last.
We'll be the last. We'll be the last.
True. Someone has to come after you.
yeah, they will. The MLB, they're all next.
Yeah, that's it. But 100%. Yeah, we'll get you back on.
That'd be brilliant.
In season 2, season 3.
Awesome.
And we'll go from there. But yeah, guys, thank you again for your time. Really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Where can people find you? What sort of things you got going on you might want to share?
For me, if you search for Andy Observation, you will find it at andyobservation.com. It's on YouTube, Twitter, Medium, Twitch, Instagram, I don't know, everywhere.
Cool. We'll link it all down below as well in the description.
You'll find me in the Wax channels, or you'll find me on Twitter as KGeorge, with 2 E's at the end. I can't give you anything that I want to give you yet.
That's all right. In 2 months' time,
come back and be like, I really wanted to tell you.
I was chomping at the bit.
I wanted to tell her, DC are coming.
My phone is going down. Remember not to say something like literally.
Don't talk about this, mate. We appreciate you having you on, man.
He's just coming in live from a private jet, just like.
We
made it.
Right now.
You got Elon on speed dial. Don't say a fucking word.
I'll speak to you later. I'm with the boys.
But no, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you, everyone at home, for watching. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Up the APMA and up the crypto creatures.
Thank you, guys. Cheers, man. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.